Hey, I'm JD. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe. Please hit like. And a shout out to Bob Tass. Oh, the hell with that. I can't remember. Bob knows who he is. Anyway, here I've got the lower plate of the Illinois Bun, not a Bun Special, a Bun pocket watch. This is the lower plate. This is, I believe, the hole where the escapement wheel goes in. So this is as an ultimate close-up because this is very small. And I'm going to even zoom in more, but just to shift it over a bit to show you. There are the banking pins. I see a little bit of green stuff there I got to get rid of. This has been cleaned, but I think I will also erotico this again. It's amazing how a plate can attract dust. I don't know, I got dust covers on it and everything, but when you go micro, you can see stuff. So it's all ready for accepting the balance. It's all ready to go. That jewel's good there. And then I went into this side here. That jewel is really good there. No problem. That's the intermediate jewel. And this is right here. That's the center wheel jewel. Intermediate. That would be the fourth wheel jewel, I think. And that's the escapement jewel. And it's cracked. So let's go do a little bit of a close-up on this. And there's a jewel there, and you can see the crack is not minor. It's a major crack. So the surface of that jewel is cracked, and the problem with that is this. Is it time for a drawing? Time for a drawing? So here's the problem with that. So the jewel, I'll just draw the jewel like this. There's the jewel, and there's the jewel hole like this. See if I can maybe draw it from your perspective. So there's the jewel hole. And the wheel, move this over, my God. So the actual escapement wheel would be in here like this. Let's see if I can draw this without screwing it up. There's the pivot for the escapement wheel going through. And there's the shaft like that, and then the escapement wheel would be here with all of its niceness, and this is with all of its little horse feet in the escapement wheel. The problem with the crack is that when you have the crack here like it is in that picture, I'll bring back the picture again as I'm talking. I'm going to do live bringing back the picture. Let's see if this works. There it is. So the problem with that crack is that it is rubbing against the, it would rub against the surface of the shaft where the pivot starts, right here. So this is likely why this watch was having some funky output in the time grapher, because it will wear the edges of this pivot with the crack. The watch will operate and it'll slide over that ruby, no problem, but the friction will be such that it'll cause an inconsistency in the rotation of the escapement wheel. So that's why this thing needs to be fixed. Now, how the heck am I going to fix this? So this is not a friction fit jewel, it's a burnished in jewel. And this is from the Chicago School of Watchmaking book here. And what I'm going to have to do is what they're doing here. I'm going to have to push that jewel out, and there's a small lip of material here that is burnished over the jewel, and I do believe that this is upside down in this illustration. I think it should be the other way, as the pressure from the burnished in material is usually on the other side, so the pressure is usually the other way. So anyway, you can correct me again, but I've got to push that jewel setting out, and then I've got to find the right jewel to fit in there, and then I have to burnish the material. So what I do is I have a tool that I use to open up the lip again, right? It's a rim that covers the jewel, and I have to open that up, and once I've opened that up, let's flip over here for a second, I have another tool. It's different than this, but I also have this tool, and I will burnish the material over the jewel to hold that in place. So that's basically what I have to do. This scares me every time I do it. It scares me because if I don't have enough material left over from the actual, when I push it out, the material might crack, and it worries me that that cracked material won't be enough to hold a new jewel in place. You don't need a lot of material because the pressure is from the bottom going up, and so you've got the pressure from the bottom and you get the burnishing material closing it like this. So let's look at that setting once again. Now, I've done this job many times, but what's unique here, and I'm going to bring see if I can bring maybe a needle will be better at pointing for this because it's so small. Let me grab a needle here and see if I can point with this. And I'm using my display as a guidance. So there, that's a very small needle, by the way, but that rim right here is what's holding that in, and you can see the little tunnel that's dug in the side here. So that's the rim that's holding it in. Plus, it looks like this jewel is dug deep in, which would imply there's a setting in there, but there isn't. And let me show you the other side of this. That's the other side of that jewel, and you can see that's sitting. It looks like it's kind of like a setting, but it isn't. But I don't believe it is. But I've got to be very careful that I don't push this setting out if that's a setting. I don't know if that's a setting or not. You can comment back on this. But I know I have to push the jewel out, so I need to support the jewel properly with the right size stump. And the stump, let me get my needle in here again. The stump has to be kind of contacting this edge here, and this edge, I don't want it contacting the outer edge of the plate, because when I push the jewel out, I'm pushing it upward here. The setting could be jogged, and I don't want that to happen. I just want the jewel to come straight up, and then I can likely very easily replace the jewel and then burnish the material over the top of that again. So, but I need to find a stump that's small enough to be in contact with this rim here, but not so big that it's going to interfere with the actual material for the setting. So that's the challenge. So I'm just going to try this out, see what happens. It has to be replaced. There's no options here. This has to be replaced or the watch will never work well. It'll always be chugging along, and more of that ruby material, and it might be synthetic ruby, will let loose and destroy the escapement wheel. So thanks a lot for watching my video. Please subscribe to my video. And that friggin' watch is beep. I'm going to take this watch and throw it out the door.